Yo, what's good, everyone? Before the video starts, I just want to, as somebody that just came outside or came inside from shoveling, I just want to let anybody know that is in this snowstorm. Yo, stay inside. It is not safe. This shit is crazy out here. Look, I have to go outside and shovel, but if it is optional for you, stay inside. Not gonna lie, this shit is not for the weak. It's raining hail out there and it's insane, right? But I wanted to drop a vid though while I was waiting for the snow to pile back up so I could shovel it again, right? So today, as you guessed by the title and the thumbnail, we are ranking the new Gen 11, more of an updated list because I've ranked them before in the past, since two have gotten released since then, right? Hugo and Bunny, if I'm not mistaken, right? So we'll be ranking all of them, and we of course are doing this weakest to strongest. So we're starting off the weakest new Gen 11 to the strongest new Gen 11. We are ranking more in accordance to feats than narrative in general. Sorry, Sae fans, you know how I feel about feats and like actual showings. But of course, narrative will play into it a little bit. But of course, when you just have a lot more feats, and then the narrative isn't like a fully supporting thing, when like other characters also have this narrative pushing, it's just not really helping. For an example, right? Ego telling Sae or saying that they might struggle with Sae, or like Sae is the only person that could play on their level from like side B or Baruto side. Again, same thing could be said for Kaiser. Kaiser plays on their level too. It's just like I just don't think he gets past a certain level. But I can't keep trying to cater to the side fans. Like I have a whole video coming for you niggas soon. So trust me when I say y'all gonna eat when that video come out. Right now, just bear with me. Just bear with me. Right. So the weakest ranked NG11 and 6 on the list is Lorenzo. Now I'm pretty sure everybody already guessed this. Everybody's like least favorite pick is Lorenzo. This is due to the fact of his performance in the new Eagles League. Sure, he has really good showings on somebody like Kaiser, and his off the ball mark is incredible. But he's only as strong as Snuffy's designs allow him to be. And on top of that, we have characters like Hiyori and Isagi, weaker versions of them, being able to just get past Lorenzo when he has help as well. I just think that we don't see enough of Lorenzo to like really put him higher, or like maybe he didn't show us all of the grasp of his abilities. But as far as we've seen, and there's no narrative going for him besides him being the world best U20 CB, which isn't saying a lot because he's getting cooked by like most players. I mean, look, even Nagi's able to shoot past him at some point, and Aiku has to block the shot. It's just like, look, we can call this guy the best U20 CB. That's fine. Maybe these CBs just get cooked by the strikers that we have, but that's just as far as he gets right now as of the moment. Now, next on the list is Sae. Sae is one of the best midfielders in the series, but that's not saying a lot when all his feats and showings are limited to underdeveloped Bullock players and capped out at Destroyer Flow Ren. Now, although I do think that he is stronger than, although I think that he is stronger than most of the Bullock players at the end of the new Eagles League, due to Ren's statement about him needing the master beast to surpass Sae, and I think Isagi for that matter. But as far as we're concerned, he masters beast in the training arc, so he should be over Sae if he deems that statement like just logical. I just think it would make sense. I already think that he's surpassed Sae, but if you want to go and say that he has surpassed Sae, we have this statement where we can look back to and like, okay, he's Master Beast, he should be over Sae, or at least he deems himself to be over Sae, right? So Sae does have an incredible narrative going for him. I actually really did like look into it because I was tired of people hitting me with the Sae narrative and nothing comes behind it. But Sae does actually have pretty good narrative. He has relative scaling to most characters out right now. Unfortunately, he just doesn't have the feats to back up the credence to have him there, right? So even just going further with the number 4 ranked player, which is dropped down from 2 spots I had him before, is Kaiser. Now, Kaiser again, was I did have him below Destroyer Mode Ren at the end of the Neo Eagles League and Isagi, but I do think that he wasn't exactly extremely behind them to the point where it's a gap. I think that they're all relative. And then I do think Kaiser does get better after the Neo Eagles League. We see him score a hat trick on Costa Rica. Although, of course, we don't know who's on Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a no-name team. But I do still think it is something to talk about in regards to his improvement as a player in general. Him just being able to score 3 goals is nothing short of a feat. So I do still would have him over Sae. He has more feats than him. I still think he'd be relative to the Blue Lock players right now. And I think that's my real reasoning for him, honestly. I just think he has more going for him. Now, number 3, the newest addition to the new Gen 11s, Hugo. Now, Hugo is a player that relies on logic and destiny. And the reason why I have him up here is because, first of all, Blue Lock works more like a ladder where like the skill ceiling kind of increases as the story goes on. But even if you don't want to go with that logic, like if you don't want to abide by that logic, that's fine. If you don't want to go by the ladder logic, that's fine. I still think that Hugo and the way he just dismantles Japan with France, the first play, is ridiculous. And I also think him being able to clamp up Isagi and Isagi stating, "Oh, I've devoured people like you in the past," and Hugo just simply brushing him off and being like, "Do you believe in destiny?" is kind of pushing a narrative that Hugo's not like the rest of the players that he's fought so far. He's different. He's there's something about him that's different that doesn't get off the same energy as Kaiser or Sae or any other player that he's tried to beat, right? I think that's what's being pushed here, and I just think that he's playing against better Blue Lock players, and he's playing against a better Isagi that I deem in the Neo Eagles League, so I just think he would be up here, right? Now, with the number 2 spot, we have Bunny, right? Now, Bunny in particular does not have a lot going for him. He should be narratively above Sae as far as we are concerned with. And the reason why I have him above Kaiser is specifically because he plays on a higher playing field. He plays with Lavinio and he scores a miraculous amount of goals at that. And it's just he has a lot of more narrative and statements going for him. He's very similar to Sae, actually. Let me explain this. He's very similar to Sae. He has the narrative that Sae should have and the feats to back it up, and it makes sense, right? It makes sense. We don't have that same thing going for Sae. Sae is just straight intuition. You niggas will take up free throws and be like, Sae's the GOAT. We need more evidence. We need more evidence, guys, right? We need more evidence. But there's not a lot for me to talk about on his specific point, but just know Bunny has the feats and statements to back him up for that. I'm not gonna lie. Like scoring a goal midway through, or just joining midway through the season and scoring 11 goals as a second striker to Lavinio, I wouldn't be crazy to say that he's relative to Lavinio. And that's not crazy to say because the person right above him on this list is Loki, a master, a new Gen 11 master in a World 5. He's done everything. What do I have to tell y'all? I've already made a video about him. And he's one of the best players in the series, if not the best player in the series, right? At his youthful age, he's been able to destroy the Blue Lockers like it's nothing. He keeps up with the World 5. He's able to be relative with Noah on a physical level and contest with him during the last game of the Neo Eagles League. What else can I say about Loki? He's just the prodigy of the entire series, right? So that's pretty much all for this video. I know it's like, it might be just slightly scuffed because I just came out from the snow. I wanted to get a quick video out for y'all, and I just wanted to give you my opinion on the rankings. Of course, I'll be able to clarify it better if anybody has any questions about my logic or my scaling in the comments, because I can give you a better in-depth explanation about it. Or, you could hit my DMs up on Discord. I'm always willing to talk to a fan or somebody that disagrees with me, always, every time. And again, everybody, please try and stay out the snow and the hail. It is dangerous out there. I'm telling you, it is crazy. It's like from where I'm at, we're getting 10-13 inches of snow. It is absolutely diabolical. But yeah, everybody just try and stay safe, and thanks for watching. Peace.